Liverpool 3, AC Milan 2. Come from behind victory by the Reds. Liverpool dominated the game. And I think the only blunders here for Liverpool in this match was allowing AC Milan to come back into this match when they went 2-1 up, and that penalty missed by Salah. So the defensive side of the game needs a bit of work there, and the Salah penalty, but you got to give it to the goalkeeper there, the AC Milan goalkeeper, Milan. But also, it's a rotated Liverpool 11, so these things are expected. It's not the team that Klopp wants to play week in, week out, but you understand it's a cup competition, and the team has to be rotated because of the heavy and the very, very busy and hectic schedule that the players have been enduring. International break just finished. There's one coming up again in October where there's three matches every single international break. So a lot of these top quality players are involved for their national team. But bright start by Liverpool. They had AC Milan penned into their own third, their defensive third, and they were rewarded. Early goal, 9th minute, own goal, Fikayo Tomori. Should have been a Trent Alexander-Arnold goal, but good link up between Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold. It paid dividends. Goal. Yay. Liverpool could have got a second 3 minutes later when Ismail Bennacer hands the ball in the box. The referee pointed to the spot. VAR didn't overturn it. I think it was a harsh handball, but nevertheless, it was given. Maybe poetic justice had its final say when Salah stepped up and got his penalty saved. You don't see this happen very often where Salah miss a penalty, but you got to give it to the goalkeeper, Marc Maignan, who came over from Lille after the departure of Donnarumma to PSG. So this AC Milan team under Pioli, it's a team not at full strength in my opinion. Zlatan's not there. Çalhanoğlu left. You have Donnarumma leaving, and they still trying to, rebuild this team after some key pieces left. And it was not a good start at all. It was actually a horrible start. It was a poor start to the game. Poor start. Liverpool were all over them. I was like, what am I seeing here? AC Milan have not been in the Champions League since about 2014. And it showed. The rust showed on this team in terms of European football and the pedigree to actually compete at the top. Liverpool were dominant. At one time in the first half, before AC Milan came back in the game, Liverpool had 10 corners. And I was saying to myself, how this Liverpool team haven't gone 2-0 up or 3-0 up yet? I don't know. And they played around too much, and they allowed AC Milan to get back in the game. When AC Milan scored, it was against the run of play. It was totally against the run of play, and it was unexpected. I was actually stunned because I was watching this game and the City game at the same time, and I'm like, whoa, pause over here. Let me see what's going on over here. And the City game was quite busy too, where that game had 9 goals in it. So we saw 2 thrillers, and the Ajax game as well. The Ajax Sporting game had a lot of goals. Maybe not the other game in this group, the Sporting Atletico Madrid, that ended 0-0. But the Liverpool AC Milan fixture always seems to be a good one. 2005 final where Liverpool won after it ended 3-3. The miracle in Istanbul, Liverpool a big comeback in that game. And in the 2007 final that AC Milan won 2-1. Paolo Maldini was involved, and he was actually at the stadium tonight, and I don't think he liked what he saw. I really don't think he liked what he saw. But after the penalty miss, Liverpool still dominated, and then, as I mentioned, AC Milan grew with confidence and they got back in the game, but that was Liverpool's fault to allow them to get back in the game and build confidence. That was a brilliant breakaway, and they caught Liverpool's defense sleeping. They weren't pressing well enough. The line was very high, and they just got caught out on the break. Ante Rebic with the goal. You got to give it to Rafael Leao, man. He was a big part of the attack today in terms of contributing to these goals, and they stunned Liverpool with that equalizer. And then 2 minutes later, AC Milan went ahead. Another similar attack down AC Milan's left Liverpool's right. And you could see Trent Alexander-Arnold ball watching a lot, out of position a lot. And that is a problem. I know he goes forward to help out in attack, and that's one of Liverpool's strengths. But it could also be their Achilles heel, where he allows players to go down their left flank, his right, and get in behind. And that's exactly what happened in this game. And good goal line clearance by Andy Robertson wasn't good enough. You got to give it to former City man Brahim Diaz, who looked very bright, and spirited on the day. And AC Milan were leading at halftime. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, we're about to get a Man United versus Young Boys situation today, even though AC Milan, a better team, more pedigree, European pedigree. They have won multiple Champions League as well. This is a sick group, where Porto has won many, 2. Liverpool has 6, and I think AC Milan has about, how many AC Milan has? About 7 or so, if I'm not mistaken. I can't even remember right about now. And we know Atletico Madrid has gotten to the final on 2 different occasions, so it's a tough group. It is. It is actually the group of death. It is actually. Some people say it's Group A, but this is the group of death. Group B is the group of death. Halftime, 2-1 to AC Milan. I almost said Atletico Madrid. Oh, don't want to give you guys PTSD, Liverpool fans, but 2-1 to AC Milan. To all of our surprise, but give credit to them. They came back in the game. I don't know if their game plan was to sit back and soak up that much pressure, but they did, and they came out on top in the first half. I made a tweet that I said Liverpool has to have a plan B in this game after the 11 that I saw Klopp put out. After the 11, they gotta have a plan B, because you could see Origi came in, Henderson came in, wasn't featured in the last game, Joe Gomez as well, and Sadio Mane dropped to the bench. He didn't have a great game in the last match against Leeds United there, and Liverpool were not full strength. Maybe some Liverpool fans think they were at full strength, I don't know, but they weren't at full strength. They really weren't at full strength. But look, Klopp, I think, told the boys, go out there, do your thing, get back in the game, and they did immediately. Salah with that goal, you got to give it to Divock Origi. Really nice dink, man. Really nice dink to Salah. Salah put it in the back of the net, kept his poise. The run was brilliant, immaculate actually, and put it past Mark Milan in goal. 2-2, and Liverpool kept pegging away. 48-minute goal there by Salah. They kept pegging away, and they got the goal in the 69th minute. The captain, Jordan Henderson, that was a screamer of a goal. That came from a corner, and that was a brilliant strike. That was a brilliant strike. You got to give it to Jordan Henderson there, man. That was unsavable. Mark Milan was kind of beating himself up, but that was unsavable. That was unsavable. So, good, very good shot, very good comeback there. Come from behind there by Liverpool, 3-2. AC Milan did have a couple more look-ins, but Alisson smothered, mopped up well, and they saw out the game. They did have a few more chances of their own as well, but it ended in a 3-2 win for Liverpool. A few substitutions made, resting up players for the weekend match against Crystal Palace. And Jurgen Klopp, a happy man. I think he's a more relieved man, because I think he expected to win the game at home in front of the Anfield crowd and everything. I think he expected to win the game, and he would be a bit disappointed that how they conceded the goals, but he would also commend the players for actually coming back from behind there. So look, I don't have a whole lot more. I have my little 2-year-old acting up in the house there. I gotta go and deal with him. But I just wanted to give my thoughts. Also got to drop my thoughts on the other games as well later in the live stream. So make sure you look for that. Check out the games from yesterday. Check out the City Leipzig review as well, guys. And I like to say congrats to Liverpool. Congrats. In the end, you played well. It was almost a disaster, Almost a disaster, but you did well. You did well. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you like it. And until next time, he's out. Rich Squad. Peace. Let's see how far Liverpool will get this season. Let's see what AC Milan does. I don't think AC Milan is going to do anything, but with Liverpool, you never know. You never know.